Okay, so now we're ready for the next thing. Some snickerdoodle cookies. I'm making this first because it's going to take like an hour, half an hour to chill the dough. And then after this I'm going to make a pizza. So what I'm doing right now is I have this bowl. I have the flour, the baking powder, and the salt. So I'm just combining these together. The recipe says the cinnamon is actually, you put it before you start baking. So the recipe says I'm supposed to cream together the half a cup of sugar and the butter. And I'm gonna put the butter in the microwave a little bit just to soften it up. So yeah, this recipe seems pretty easy. I've never made snickerdoodles before. The only thing about this recipe is that there's no cream of tartar, and I don't have any anyway. So that's why I specifically looked for this recipe, because I was wondering, can you make snickerdoodles without cream of tartar? And you can. The only thing is that they won't have the little crinkle on the top, but it's still usable. So I like having a hand mixer. Just makes things so much easier. Now, if only I could untangle this. That would be great. But it's good that I have everything already. And I like this one because it comes like in this little container. I don't even tell you how annoying it is when you're trying to look for something in the kitchen and you can't even find it. So I'm just gonna put it near the bowl. Actually, before I do anything, I need to take out the vanilla extract, because after this you're supposed to add the egg plus this. So let's give this a try. But you know something, sometimes you don't always have to follow the the instructions are like guides when you don't know what you're doing for the first time, but like once you know what you're doing, you don't always have to listen to them. Because you're supposed to cream the butter and the sugar together, but they're already pretty mixed. They look pretty good already, so maybe just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good enough to me. So now I'm gonna add the egg, the vanilla extract. This is pretty easy. 1, 2. And then you mix this together. And then a little bit of flour at a time. Looks like a straightforward recipe. This bowl I'm using doesn't have, because this bowl has it doesn't have the thing to keep it in place. Or maybe it's just because this thing is on something. Dough is very thick now, which is what we want probably. And that's the last of the flour mixture. Sorry if that made you you a little anxious. This is one of the unfortunate things about having a bowl that doesn't stay. Let me mix it one more time. Oh, and that's it, finally. Oh, and I'm done. I mean, I'm not done yet, because the instructions say I have to roll the dough in sugar and cinnamon, because that's why it's called a snickerdoodle. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a wooden spoon, because we don't want to miss any dough. It's funny, I didn't think this thing would turn yellow. I always have it in my head when making cookies that the dough is not going to be this color, but it's probably because of the egg. Yes, I had to sacrifice an egg just to make this, but oh well. It's worth it. I've never made snickerdoodles before. And also, I don't have any more chocolate chips, so if you want to try to do something in the kitchen, you should just go ahead and do it. You don't need any special occasion to make cookies. Just make them. It also helps to have a stand mixer, because the KitchenAid mixer is great, but it's like for really big servings, so like 4 cups of flour. This thing is only like a cup and a third, so the KitchenAid mixer would be scraping by with this thing. And I have one more with the dough stuck. I couldn't get the whole thing, oh well. And also what I do is after I bake, especially when I'm baking, I put stuff in water, because this thing is so annoying to take off. So at least if you soak it in water, it'll just come off really easily. So that's why I put it in water. So I'm just going to use the wooden spoon. This thing is giving me trouble. What I'm really doing is I'm just checking to see if everything is mixed. See, so it's kind of yellow. So I'm just going to put that in the refrigerator for now, because it needs to be chilled.